St. Louis's next top cop, Chief John Hayden, is retiring, and he'll depart amid anger from residents who say crime is out of control. When Chief Hayden retires in February, he leaves behind a short-staffed department and problems in the city's core.
News 4's Caroline Hecker is hearing from people who are living and working in downtown who feel, quite frankly, like they're living in a war zone.
Local business owners say this bullet hole is the result of a rolling gun battle that took place about 4 months ago here on Olive. That bullet traveled through the travel box, exited here, and into the neighboring building. They say it's just one example of crime running rampant in downtown, and they hope the new police chief can do something about it. Kevin LIESE has owned Jack Patrick's at the corner of 10th and Olive for 23 years.
This has been the roughest 2 years of the whole time we've been down here.
The pandemic plays a role in that, but he says crime is making things far worse.
We're caught in the middle of people know they can get away with things down here. The bad element knows they can get away with things, and the police can't do much about it.
He says whenever he calls 911, he's put on hold. He also feels like police officers have their hands tied and wants to see a police chief restore order downtown.
Getting back to the basics of you're not allowed to do this, so we're not going to let you do this. These people can't shoot randomly into the air or down the street.
Those who live downtown say there's a growing indifference toward criminal activity.
Somebody fires off a couple of shots, you call 911, maybe you're on hold for 10 minutes, you finally get through, and then sometimes the police don't respond at all because they know the people are gone. There's not much they can do.
New data from Cure Violence St. Louis shows a decrease in gun violence citywide between May and July of 2020 and 2021. It found 45 firearm-related homicides in July of 2020 compared to 19 this July. It also saw a decrease from 350 gun violence incidents in that time period compared to 175 this year. But people like STERMAN say that only represents a decrease in reported crime.
I can look out my window and almost every night see something that, I would normally call the police for, but I don't.
Some city leaders have a particular vision for the new hire.
The type of bridge that needs to be built is a person who has a personality and understands that we really need not necessarily a new system, but a new way in which the system behaves.
Let's quit trying to worry about, let's have the first black female. Let's not worry about having the first of anything. How about let's get the best?
Thankfully, business owners say in this shooting, no innocent bystanders were injured, but that's not always the case, and they fear that next time it could be one of their customers or employees. In downtown St. Louis, Caroline Hecker, News 4.
While St. Louis City awaits a new police chief, St. Louis County is also on the hunt for their top cop. For the last several weeks, Kenneth Gregory has been acting chief. He stepped into the position after Mary Barton, seen there on the right, resigned in July. She worked as chief for a little more than a year. The Board of Police Commissioners tells News 4, quote, "We have not determined our process for selecting a new chief. The board intends to announce the details, the process, timeline, etc. when it is decided."